So, stress getting you down. We have got some great tips for being able to eliminate that physiological response that takes place when you are under pressure.
I can never decide whether I want to cry or swear or both. Or
Swear,
what comes first?
Swear, cry.
What comes first? Normally this and then this?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah, you get mad and then you lose your nanny. The little
and then you talk to someone and all of a sudden you're doing this before you've even had a chance to figure out
what's happening to me. So we're going to take you through 3 tips to be able to help control your physiology, to be able to make sure that your body comes back into a state of calm. We have an autonomic nervous system.
Important.
When we're under the pump, when we're stressed, it is flooding adrenaline and cortisol through our system. Our heart rate's going crazy. We're breathing fast. Really important to try and bring that down. And we've got 3 tips to teach you.
And if you can know your body... fluff. If you can know your body symptoms, if you like, you know your own triggers, and when you feel yourself like raising to that point where you're just going to lose it, it's good to have these little things in your tool belt to go, right, I'm gonna do this now because it'll help me
absolutely bring myself
not lose my nanny
back into a state of calm.
Yeah.
All right. So number 1, we're going to talk about how when we get stressed, we have a tendency to clench our jaw. So find in between your bone of your cheek and your jawbone, there is a muscle. It's slightly towards the back, not right at the ear, but just slightly about an inch in from there. And you'll find a muscle. In fact, if you clench your jaw, you'll feel it bulge. That is the muscle that we want you to work on. So just little tiny circles, dig your little fingers in and rub those. These can feel like they trigger off a headache. So if you're suffering from headaches, often that comes from clenching the jaw and tension in your shoulders and neck and result in not enough blood flow getting up there, and that can create...
It's making my eyes do funny things.
It just totally adds to the stress and pressure. So that's tip number 1. You need to release the tension in your jaw.
You can do it when no one's really watching. You can just kind of
you can do it sort of one-sided but boy oh boy, the look on your face is like, tell me that's if you're doing that now, that's not uncomfortable right now.
It just feels good.
Relieve the tension. Now, tip number 2, when we are stressed, we have a tendency to have our shoulders up as earrings. We tend to wear them as earrings right up there, and you just don't even realize it's happening. You're just like, something's happening. It's that feeling like I want to, But we need to bring our shoulders back down because it affects our respiratory system. And of course, that is what kicks off into an autonomic response of the sympathetic nervous system, which is the stress response. So what we want to do is we want to take a nice deep breath in and accentuate our earrings, bring them right up there. And then as we breathe out, intentionally drop them down and have maybe a little bit of a wiggle at the end so we can get our shoulder blades moving a little bit. Then do it again. Another deep breath in, bring them all the way up intentionally. And then as we breathe out, breathe them all the way down and give them a bit of a wiggle at the end.
Just to
really assist.
Excellent. Expand your belly.
Do that.
Nice and round, because, intentional breathing really helps.
Does make a difference. So if you can do that 3 times, lifting your shoulders up intentionally and bringing your shoulders down intentionally, it will tell your brain that we're going back to that state of non-fight or flight. So when we've got our body in that defensive position, our body is activating the response of adrenaline being flooded through. It's making our heart beat faster, and it's making our respiratory system suck in more air, and we tend to shallow breathe. By taking these big intentional breaths, we're expanding our breathing, slowing it down, and we're letting our body know we don't want our shoulders up here anymore. We want to bring them back down and settle them back into a normal position. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3 also involves breathing, and it's our muscle of breathing called our diaphragm, which if you roll your fingers down off your rib cage onto where your abdomen starts, you'll feel that there is a little lip where the rib cage finishes. What we need you to do is take a breath in and tuck your fingers up underneath into your diaphragm. And as you breathe out, just let your body fold towards your legs, and you'll find that will push your fingers up and underneath, and it gives the diaphragm a little bit of a massage. Then move your fingers slightly further across outwards. Take another deep breath in, and then very gently breathing out and leaning forward. And you will find there's probably likely to be a particular spot that is quite tender, and there are other spots that will be, not too bad. Go back after you've gone all the way across and go back to those spots that were particularly uncomfortable to begin with. Again, we're releasing our diaphragm, which is in spasm because it's been taking all these quick, rapid breaths and not nice, deep and slow elongated breaths that we have when we're calm and relaxed. We're wanting to dissipate the tension and the lactic acid that's built up in that muscle so that our body can go back to that calm, relaxed state of breathing in, breathing out, and being nice and relaxed. So there are your 3 tips. And these are instantaneous tips. These are not things that you need to do walking off from, say Christmas dinner when you're feeling stressed or something, and then you take off and you're going and you have to meditate or you have to do something. This is instantaneous things that you can do immediately to reduce stress right then, right now, as soon as an incident might take place, so that you can instantly bring yourself back into that nice, calm, parasympathetic nervous system of just being. So enjoy those tips. Keep them in your tool bag.
I just want to throw in one bonus tip because,
absolutely,
as you
love
know,
a bonus. You're full of bonuses?
I am. I'm full of bonuses because when I get
fave.
super stressed, it's my favourite. Absolutely. And I do rely on this a lot because I just find, especially if I'm flying, that I nearly break your hand in the plane because I get super stressed. And so I literally just roll on my calm.
Yeah, brilliant way to increase the ability of your body to get into a state of calm by raising your vibrational frequency.
I just feel protected. It is got a black obsidian roller, which is protection.
It sure does.
But gee, I love it. It's got rose in it and it just makes me just feel better.
Absolutely.
And it reminds me, I roll this on and it just reminds me to be present, and I breathe. And then while I'm breathing, I'm inhaling the scent, and it just calms me.
Yeah, there's lots of different tips that you can use, but being able to help physiologically bring your body back into a state of calm with these 3 tips and maybe a sneaky calm roll on in your purse is a really good way to help bring yourself back into a nice calm state where you can make good decisions and you can be more in the present. As you said before, it's really important to be really quite grounded when we're experiencing times that are perhaps throwing us into a bit of a tiz. If we can just become grounded again into the here and now, often we'll find those worries of the past or of the potential things that are happening in the future don't affect us.
When we're
as
stressed,
much.
we can tend to make poor decisions.
We do.
So, we
not
want
enough
to try
oxygen going to our brain.
Make some calm choices in a calm state.
So that we can enjoy every aspect of our lives.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having us on your therapeutic journey.